Welcome to Yo Look What I Found once again. Today I'm going to do, I guess it's an unboxing or an envelope opening. I received something very, very interesting in the mail today, finally, after many months. I think I ordered this in February. I received something from France, and it's from, the guy's name is Jeremy Nandilon. I think his company is called Jeem. So what was made for me from this company Jeem, Jeem, I believe, is how they spell it. I don't know if you give me any. Yeah, Jeem, as you could see. Jeem. I don't know how it's pronounced. And these look beautiful. And I found him on eBay. And I will give his eBay information on how to order one yourself. And what they are wooden trumpet and Flugelhorn mouthpieces. And he has sent me 3. He sent me 1 extra because these got sort of lost in the mail. So that was really, really nice of you. And I wanted to say that if I know you sent, this might be the first package that was sent out. So if I end up getting another package with 3 more mouthpieces in them, I will send them back to you. What we have here are 3 custom-made mouthpieces. And what we have is what was supposed to be a copy of a Dizzy Gillespie cup-size mouthpiece that I own, the Dizzy Gillespie Legend series. The trumpet mouthpiece, which is probably this one, okay, was supposed to be a duplication of the specs of this Legend series Dizzy Gillespie mouthpiece. This mouthpiece was supposed to replicate the size and type of mouthpiece that Dizzy Gillespie played on, which was an Al Cass mouthpiece, and I forget the specs of the Al Cass, but this one here is a round rim contour, medium wide rim thickness, shallow bowl cup depth, shallow bowl cup depth, and the bore number 24 and 0.152 inches, comma 3.86 millimeters, and I don't know, it says 15 millimeters and 0.590 inches. So I don't really know what any of those fucking numbers mean in terms of the world of trumpet nerddom. I mean, I played the fucking mouthpiece in a store, and I thought, wow, this is dope, sounds good. Dizzy? Yeah, that's my boy, man. Like, that's my favorite fucking trumpet player. Of course I want to play on a mouthpiece that was up to his specs. So maybe I was took. Maybe I just fell for the name. This is the mouthpiece, by the way. But whatever, it felt good in the store, and that's how I go. That's how I go with these sort of trumpet things. I don't go with all the specs and the reading. I go with, how does it feel? Okay? So, being that I bought a Flugelhorn, and I initially contacted the Jeem company for the Flugel mouthpiece, I thought, let me see what the dude would do if I sent him the specs of this and said, yo, can you duplicate it in wood? And now we're going to see the results of that. Okay, that's this. But, I believe that he charges something like $70 a mouthpiece, regardless of whatever it is. So I threw this crazy thing at him, and we'll see how it sounds. I'm going to test them out now. But these are the mouthpieces. We'll get a close-up of these joints. This is the trumpet mouthpiece, and these are the Flugelhorn mouthpieces. He was nice enough to send me a second one, so I really appreciate that. And hopefully, these will fit into my horns. So, yeah, let's have a listen. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to play, check this out. I'm going to play the very first note live. I may edit in more, but this is the very first sound that ever came out of this. Of course, with my brass buyer, P7 pocket trumpet, represent. Okay, it sort of doesn't really fit in here. So that's one problem. It fits, but it could use some, I don't know. thing altogether. Wow, I can see myself really getting into this. It feels totally different than metal or whatever these things are made of. Brass, silver. I mean, I like that mouthpiece, don't get me wrong. Spent a good amount of money on it, but this could become something else. I'm excited to see. Look, these look like they'd fit. Yeah, this fits in here, so. Maybe this was not for the Flugel. Maybe I got them confused. Maybe this is the Flugel mouthpiece. This is probably a Flugel mouthpiece. And these are the trumpet mouthpieces. But wow, they sound great. Okay, here's the thing. I just thought occurred to me. I think dude just sent me a standard like mouthpiece that he made. I don't think he really made it to the specs of this Dizzy mouthpiece, because I was under the impression that he was gonna like, you know, make it look like this and all that, which is fine. I mean, I think he might have asked me, and I'm not sure. It's because it's been so many months. I don't know what I said, but either way, whether he duplicated this to the specs or not, they're totally different thing. They sound great. So, Jeem, yo, seriously, thank you. It comes with these nice little velveteen freaking bags, and I don't even know what the hell this is. It looks like it's another bag, but it's like triangles. What comes with the Jeem mouthpieces, you get this little chapstick. I believe this is probably for the wood. Most likely, probably like rub it on the wood to keep it. Your bomb should be enough for decades, but if you lose it, you'll need to blah blah blah. And your mouthpiece will start to look dry, white. Just put a bit of balm on your piece of unwaxed fabric and rub it on the rim, in the cup, and everywhere it looks dry. Okay, so this is a maintenance thing for the wood, and that's what these little squares are. They're to rub the wood. Pause. Jeem Sound at Gmail, if you guys want to contact him if you want these mouthpieces. France needs to, I will say, if you contact him and you try to order one of these, be prepared to wait a couple months, because France is their postal system. I thought Italy was bad, but yo, France's postal system is ill. You do not get stuff on time, but eventually it does show up. So that's the important part. So and my name was spelled with a C, like the French way, Pascal. All right, thank you for making me French. Yeah, Jeem mouthpieces, huh? Very nice. So that's a darker one. Let's see this lighter one. They sound similar. This one sounded a little brighter, the lighter one. So this is the Jeem mouthpiece for trumpet. This is what it looks like in my horn. Again, my horn is the Brass Spire P7 pocket trumpet with a Dizzy raised bell. These mouthpieces are super smooth. They feel way more comfortable than metal, like more round. feel like I'm getting a different tonality, and I'm also like, it feels more comfortable on the lips. Like when I apply pressure, I'm not trying to apply pressure, but you know, like when I'm hitting high notes, they seem to be less tension on the lips. So that's something to note. Not really a high player, but you know. See, listen to that. It feels like it has more body than metal, and it feels super comfortable on the lips, man. Super comfortable. Jeem wooden mouthpieces. Flugel trumpet. Good job, man. Thank you very, very much. I'm glad to have finally gotten them. Let's try the Flugel. As you can see, I'm sitting here with my Queenon Flugelhorn. I've never really shown this. I should do a video on it. So yeah, it's my Queenon. Maybe I won't say too much about the Queenon because I'll save that for its own video. But this is the Jeem mouthpiece, Flugelhorn mouthpiece inside the Queenon, and we'll see how it sounds. Nice. It's so mellow. It adds a whole nother level of mellowness. Like I'll show you. I have this man, how do you even say this? Markinzewicz. J. Markinzewicz. Markinzewicz. I can't pronounce the name, man. I know trumpet nerds are probably like, oh, what a dick. Whatever this is called. We'll play with this mouthpiece first, and you'll hear the sound of the flugel. And then we'll play with the Jeem, and you'll see what it sounds like. Okay, now we'll play with the Jeem. I think it's a much nicer tone with the fucking Jeem. I was never thrilled with this mouthpiece. I bought it because it was cheaper than the mouthpiece that Jay Landris Brass was trying to sell me with, along with this very expensive horn, which I spent a decent amount of money on in his shop. So I expect royal treatment when I go there next time. Guy's very nice. So I think that this Jeem Flugelhorn mouthpiece sounds amazing. It sounds much more round than the metal mouthpiece I have. If I had a different mouthpiece to compare it with that was maybe a better one, like trumpet nerds out there might be saying, well, that's because you bought this mouthpiece and blah, 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 and this one and that one is better and better. But I went with the Jeem because I have this vision of wood, you know, like, and maybe to really send it home will be wooden mouthpieces with wooden mutes to get a whole different tonal thing happening, and that's coming. So shout outs to those makers of wooden mutes. If you want me to big up your company like I'm doing with my boy Jeem, and you could order a Jeem mouthpiece from France if you go to Jeem, Jeem, sound at gmail.com. You see what I'm saying? Alright, yeah, Jeem mouthpieces, man. For trumpet and for flugel. And if you guys want a Jeem mouthpiece, you can get in contact with him. The contact will be, the only way, he doesn't have a website as far as I know. I contacted him through his eBay account. He usually sells these mouthpieces on eBay. But you could direct email him too. And so I'll try to have both of those links in the description. Once again, thanks for watching. Yo, look what I found. Yo, look what I found. Wooden mouthpieces in France that no trumpet motherfuckers are even fucking talking about. Nobody's even mentioning them. I curse a lot. Maybe I shouldn't if I want my channel to go places. But do I really want my channel to go places? I don't know. But, yeah. Nobody's talking about these. I guess people just, in the world of trumpets, tend to be, like, very snobbish. And they only go with what they know. And what's, known for centuries. I think it's time for you to branch out. Jeem mouthpieces, brass spire trumpets. Come on, y'all. As always, if you like this video, please comment and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. I appreciate all the views, likes, and comments. Check out something you can do with the Jeem mouthpiece that I can't seem to do with this mouthpiece for flugel. I can get mad pedal tones and actually play with them a little bit. Very beautiful. This is everything that came in the package from Jeem. Got your 2 pouches. Got your cleaning swabs, the instructions, the 3 mouthpieces, 2 trumpet, 1 flugelhorn, and 2 little chapsticks of balm for the wood.